We're live.
Hey!
Oh my gosh. Happy Christmas. Happy
Oh!
Hanukkah.
Oh! Yeah, Hanukkah's still going on.
Hanukkah's still happening. It was 8 crazy nights, as Adam Sandler said.
Spanakopita is happening. It's all happening. It's happening live.
Yes. So this
Hey,
is
everyone.
it.
Welcome to Crept from the 80s live show. We're finally doing it.
Yeah, it's been a while since we hit our 1,000th subscriber, but hey, we're still super excited about it, and we got to share it with you people. So I'm just getting the link to share it to the social medias. Here we go, and let me do that right now. So, man, what are we gonna talk about tonight? There's so many exciting things.
Oh, you know what we always talk about: boobs, bush, and butt steak.
It's what the fans have grown to love.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to talk about the 80s. We're going to talk about filmmaking. We're going to talk about movies. We're going to talk about TV. We're going to talk about music. We're going to talk about genital mutilation. We're going to talk about Michael Jackson. We're going to talk about everything. There's lots of news in Marvel. There's lots of news in Star Wars. There's just so much we can talk about. Of course, it's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens.
We got to get thick with Christmas. We got our first comment, Nostalgia Junkie. Where are y'all? Chris is at home and I'm at home because this is a effing pandemic, man.
Oh, so it doesn't show up in the...
So I have to hit it to show up. It still shows up, but I have to show it. Like, now everyone can see it. Now it's like it's live on our screen. So you see that? So
the chat doesn't show up on the side here.
I mean, if you're in YouTube, you guys can still see the active chat, but
okay,
like
I can see it under us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
the Gooch says, "What's up, you guys? Happy Horror Days."
Ah, yes, the Gooch.
Hello,
yeah.
Gooch.
Happy Horror Days to you, my friend. Happy holidays to you. Greg Pfeiffer says hello. Hello, Greg.
Be careful, the Gooch. Arnold Jackson is after you. He's not afraid of you anymore, Gooch.
One thing, we already have some active participants in the chat, which is awesome because we just started tonight. But if you guys have questions, if you have comments, we're going to talk about a bunch of geeky shit and just maybe a little bit of what happened in 2020 and what happened with It Crept from the 80s in 2020. So feel free to comment. Let me catch up on all these. Nostalgia Junkie, I typed that while that was loading. I thought you guys weren't here yet. Well, we're here, obviously. Tom.
Yeah, dummy.
Chris Canmore says, "Grats, guys, on the subscriber landmark. By the way, love the He-Man commercial.
Thanks.
Your son, he was a star."
Well, there's The Call.
Yeah.
It's a major music video.
Well, they're both.
And then there's the really shitty commercial that we, pulled out the high 8 camera and just shot a really rough. It was like pulling teeth getting those two to.
Well, he did it. It's hilarious.
Agree to do that with me.
Who dat warlord? Hey guys, my favorite channel. ...
Yeah, that's Mike. He is a big fan of the channel.
Hi, Mike.
He's a big nostalgia man. He loves his 80s, and he's been here for a long time.
Sweet.
He used to be Who Dat Whale.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Then yes, I do know.
The Gooch is laughing out loud at Arnold Jackson because he knows that Arnold Jackson couldn't possibly defeat the Gooch. Arnold Jackson has been...
Could not happen.
He's been exercising. He's been doing pull-ups, push-ups. He's been handing out what you talking about left and right.
I love those. Those are always good.
Nasty Nitro.
Says whoop. NES Addict, what's up, man? My dude.
Hey, NES Addict.
How you doing, buddy?
Hey.
I wish Oh
NES Addict, he's got a good channel.
He does. He does.
If he loves your old school video games, go check out his channel.
My classic Nintendo's in the other room. Leroy, what up, Leroy?
Oh, man, Leroy.
Leroy says Cobra Kai season 3. Dude, man, I love it. I love that Contra throwback too. So sweet. Unboxing.
I didn't even bother watching the channel. I mean, watching the trailer.
Oh, you
don't need to.
I mean, you don't have to.
I'm on board, man.
Great. Yeah,
I'm excited. Cobra Kai.
Sean
Pinkerton.
Yeah, Unboxing the Future. Excited for his new channel to drop.
Right. Unboxing the Future. He doesn't have anything up there yet, but he's gonna start growing his channel. He's gonna be unboxing all sorts of tech and video games and technology and stuff that he's created out of various parts of other humans. It's
women mostly. He's making Lisa.
He is.
I wish. Send that to me. The Gooch says, watching you guys and watching Tales from the Dark Side of my TV. I'm such a nerd. Whoa.
Hey, man, I'm all about that.
What's wrong with it? We're not actually watching this. We're actually watching our own separate movies and TV shows as well. We're not even paying attention to this chat.
Yeah. I don't know if anything we're saying is even relevant to you guys.
Ah, yes. It's good shit. NES Addict says, yes, the He-Man commercial sick. Chris's favorite adjective now. Nostalgia Junkie says, Casey got your Christmas card today. Your daughter is freaking adorable and getting huge. You're telling me. Tell that to my back, my friend. Oi.
Yeah, she's going to be on this podcast soon enough.
Oh, yeah. She's already rapping. Nasty Nitro, what are you drinking out of such a classy glass? Are you talking about Chris or me? What are you drinking out of? You're... Oh, well,
water out of my Starcourt.
Not you, then. Shit, man. This is beer, flavored beer out of my cider mug.
You sure? I think that's water flavored syrup.
It's coming. NES Addict says, who dat ninja?
Who dat ninja?
Chris Canmar, dude, you should do Kenner next. No one has ever parodied those old 80s commercials. Well, you could totally do that, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure. The only reason I did it and did it so like half-assed was because I wanted it to feel like it was shot in the 80s, and we were, the He-Man figures were just coming out now, the Origins, the first line, so it was very exciting, and that was, for that episode of Crept from Eternia. I'm sure we'll do more. Kenner is my favorite toy company. So there is a Kenner video on the channel. You can go check out the Kenner. And I am going to be doing, I got a, Star Wars Kenner episode in the chamber that I'm really excited to do. And, but yeah, maybe I can.
It's only about Power of the Force, though.
No.
Just kidding. Kudat Warlord says, hey, Casey, Teen8. Yo, Trek. NES Addict says, Chris Canmore, good idea. Thanks. Right. NES Addict says, I love William Zabka. Definitely, man. He's got a revival in that show, which is fantastic. Greg says, I've been enjoying the Crafter Piece videos.
Thank you, Greg. We have more coming. Meredith we have Meredith. She did one. Heather Maxon did one. I'm going to be doing one with Bobby this week.
Oh, gosh.
Jason McCall. Yeah, I'm just going to try to get as many of the guys as possible to do a Crafter Piece. And we'll just keep rotating because everyone will have
multiple ones,
multiple favorites. Favorite times making a flick. So, yeah, so far so good. People seem to be enjoying them. It's a niche little show on the channel, just for the hardcore fans who have seen the stuff and appreciate us talking backstage facts about my films.
A lot of spooky treats.
Yeah.
Tom says your nerd cave is looking a little bland over there. Where are your nostalgia goodies? So this isn't the geek room, Tom. This is just my office, which is bland. There's a few, toys, but not as much as the other room. The Gooch. Hope I get my Snake Eyes G.I. Joe action figure for Christmas. Which one? Are you getting the 3-0 figure? Are you getting the, you know what I mean? Like, are you getting the 6-inch new one? Are you getting the 3.75 new one? Tell us, Gooch. Yeah, Chris has got that. And
or are you talking about old school?
Yeah, I mean, like if my microphone wasn't in this room, you could see my 6-inch Snake Eyes. So yeah, tell us which one you're talking about, because there's a lot of them
over there. Are you talking about 1983 Joe?
Mm-hmm. He's talking about Larry Hama.
What?
I said he's talking about Larry Hama coming to his house, dressed up, or what's his name? Ray Park.
Joe.
NES Addict says that's a 30 Rock reference. Good. But love William Zabka. Okay.
Oh, Who Dat Ninja? Because it's on the wall posters, all the weird.
Oh,
you like fat bitch.
I'll sometimes sing Muffin Top, and my wife never gets it. She never understands. Like anytime, I mean, it's not like we eat muffins that often, but the times we do, when I sing it, she hasn't seen it.
Oh my god!
I know, it's crazy. So she loves Saved by the Bell, so maybe she'll dig it. Chris Cranmar, Chris, it was brilliant. You captured it with that video, with your commercial.
Well, I mean, it was half-assed. It was just, we didn't put any effort into it. We just went in the backyard and just did it for fun.
Tom says, Chris, did you see the Motu Wave 2 figures?
I have most of them. I need one. I already have them.
I don't. So, Tom.
Oh, yeah, Tom, if you're looking.
Because I do need them.
He needs all of them. There's 4 in the second wave right now.
Yeah.
And I have 3 of them.
What do you have? Orko?
I need Man-E faces from wave 2.
You've got Freak-a-Leak. That's beautiful. Yes, I need that.
It is.
You've got Snarf, I think.
I wish.
You've got that Snorkel. Trap Jaw.
That's
sweet. Yeah. You've got Scary Clown Face. Yes. Stingy Jack, yes.
Scary Glow. The Cloak.
Or that, yeah. Also true. See that comic in 2021? Tom says, did you find a place to put them out early? Are they supposed to be out now? I only have seen Wave 1. I have not seen Wave 2 out in the wild, but they are online.
I haven't seen them in the... I had to get them from Walmart. Online, yes. Wave 2 is not out yet, but, January, all the He-Man stuff starts going wide.
Yep.
Not just Walmart, but everywhere.
Thank goodness. Who Dat Lord says, Chris, you see my pictures on Facebook of my toys? I was dusting off my old toys today, bud.
Yeah, you've shown me those toys before, bud. Yeah.
Gooch, 6-inch figure of that Snake Eyes.
Yeah, 6 inches.
Chris is gonna bring that over.
He's already posed.
See if you get that reference.
Look at this cold motherfucker.
He is, man. I love it. I love that toy. The Gooch says, have you guys ordered any new horror shirts?
No, Gooch.
No, but like Cavity Colors did all that Starship Trooper shit, and I probably will get some.
Far too many.
Chris's whole closet is just black t-shirts.
I have some red. There's some orange.
I have a white. I have a blue that you're wearing now, I think. Or is that black?
This is black.
Well, there you go.
No, I mean, our buddy, we're friends with, we just happen to be friends with Ben, creator of Fright Rags, who lives like 10 minutes away. He's always good to us. Yeah, I have plenty. I mean, it's, if it's not 80s shirts, then it's all horror shirts. That's all I have. So.
NES Addict, my Walmart has an amazing Motu display that would be so sick to get a hold of.
Yeah, I heard now that they're not letting anybody buy those displays because at first they were.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
And then they like found out or something, and no, Walmart, supposedly they have to send them back to Mattel, but I think they're just trashing them.
Probably a bunch of employees have them, or
people have been lucky enough to go in and say, "Hey, I'll give you $20 for that," and they take the display.
I should do that.
Yeah.
Who dat? Hope your families are doing good during this time. The channel has been a fresh breath of air. Thank you guys. Thanks for tuning in, man. You've been a long time subscriber.
Always.
Yeah,
he talked to me earlier today, and he said, "Hey, we should do some fan interviews.
Well,
and get the fans on sometime to do a special."
I'm saying we can do it. We can do it.
Yeah, we'll set it up.
We'll do it. Yeah, I think it would be fun to. Yeah, I think it'd be fun to do that, or show us your area at home and stuff like that, and we can do it with this thing.
Talk about their history and with the 80s and when they grew up and when they began to start
blossoming.
Yeah.
Gooch says, I have about 40 horror tees. I also ordered from Fright Rags. Great horror tees. Yeah. Yeah, man. What's your most prized possession, Gooch?
What you talking about, Willis shirt?
If I can snag it, I will, NES Addict says. Do it, man. Brett Allen Coker says, sitting in my garage having a cig, staring at my original Castle Greyskull Snake Mountain playset. I have a third playset that I don't even know what it's called. It has a jail and a tree at the top.
That's Fright Zone. If you don't want it, Brett, send it my way.
He doesn't want
Fright Zone. Hell yeah.
He's actually taking his cigarettes and just burning them on the old playsets. Putting them out.
Brett, you send me the Fright Zone. I'm not getting anything for Christmas.
Whatever. I know your ways. NES Addict wants to show us his area, and he's down.
NES Addict, he and I have talked before about doing a collab video. Honestly, if it wasn't for this COVID shit, I would travel to a lot of these places or have people come and do I've said before for Saturday Morning Sleepover, we should do a fan version, a fan event where, certain fans can come and be a part of everything. That would be great.
Well, next year when things settle the fuck down and the vaccines are working and all that stuff, I mean, I fully want to do shows.
Absolutely.
No idea. And I want
to
get out there and also do this shit live. I want to do it live.
We should do, once they freaking open the borders again, they're still, to this day, they're still doing those toy shows up there.
Yeah.
It's just
only for Canadians.
Open those doors, man.
They don't want us in there. Gooch says, one of my favorite horror tees was a Fright Rags Halloween 40th anniversary tee I got on Christmas 2 years ago. Sweet. Boy. Sweet. And his favorite horror tee from Fright Rags is my Kill Destroyers tee.
It's like Kiss. It's like the cover of Kiss, but it's it's like Chucky and Freddy and Jason.
That is a good one. I know that one. Oof, I hate that guy. Excuse me. My bro would kill me, says Brett Allen Coker. So you're not getting it.
I mean, just say, like, listen, It was a time of giving. There are people out there less fortunate and who really needed a fright zone. Because really, what am I going to do with my Hordak if he doesn't have his fright zone?
He's useless to you.
He is. He's just ruling from what? A shelf? He needs to be ruling from the fright zone. I have the fright zone box.
But not what's inside of it.
Nothing inside of it. The fright zone that I had growing up is in pieces at my aunt where I grew up at my house in Wellsville. And I can't find all the pieces. I found like one where the snake comes through, where the hole is, where the snake comes through, the snake puppet. And I mean, that thing, who knows? But
well, yeah, he needs it, man. I mean, this is Christmas, so I mean, if you really care. Who dat Warlord says, I'm definitely be down to show my toys and talk about my memories. We're all about talking about your memories too, man.
Oh man, I mean, I keep telling Casey we need to do a show about memories.
A Mamazon episode.
One of these days we will. God damn it.
I feel really happy that we're over 1,000 subscribers. I don't want to lose 300 all at once.
A new audience.
A different. NES, I don't know anything about Canadians. Well, my wife is one, so
they're amazing.
I know a couple things about a couple things. Casey, you could do a remote from my nostalgia room when you're down here in October. That is a wild possibility, Tom. If all the animals will let me in your house. Brett Allen Coker says, I know for a fact a friend and I blew that character up with fireworks sometime in the 90s.
That's cold-blooded.
That is very, very cold-blooded, man.
Nothing with Hordak like that.
NES Addict, I wish I had my Castle Grayskull from 86 when I was 5. Me too, man. Same year. I had it all. And I do, I don't know what happened. I do not know. And I weep. The Gooch says, do you guys play video games? I do. Chris watches them.
I play the old stuff.
Yeah.
I don't have the patience or hand-eye coordination.
It's a lot of buttons. It's too many buttons. He's used to
do
two max.
The new shit. Like I think it's fantastic. I definitely, my wife and my son, and of course cousin Casey here, they are gamers, and I've watched many a game. There's certain things, depending on the title that I've played before. I've played the Friday the 13th game, the Aliens game. I actually like the VR games. That stuff is fun. Because it's putting you in the adventure.
Real brain scan.
But I play, I have old school 89 Sega Genesis. I have, 1986 Nintendo. And I have games for those that I like. But that's the stuff I prefer. Because I'm an idiot. But Casey, he can, he's one of those, and my wife and kid, they're like pros.
I play. I got a PlayStation 5. I secured one, and I just beat Miles Morales because I'm a huge Spider-Man fan, and I'm playing Horizon Zero Dawn because I never did get to finish it. I know Katie has. So yeah, Gooch.
Katie is right now playing Cyberpunk 2077.
I'm waiting until the PS5 complete version for Cyberpunk. I bought it. I have it. It's at the house, but I want them to do all of I'm done with all these stupid patches and all that bullshit. So. Jeff. Hey, Jeff Fuller.
Jeff.
Sup, guys? Love the new Making a Craps Through P series. Wet Heat episode was a ton of fun. I thought it was too, man.
Yeah, actually, Heather Maxon does Wet Heat as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I like watching them too because I like to see what these guys are thinking with Desiree and Jamie, like what they experience, and is it the same as I did?
I
Have I?
remember some good shit
Well,
actually. That I
Heather?
was like, what? Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit! All right. Well, yeah. Then I'll have to. Whenever you put it out, I'll have to watch that one. Gooch says, Casey, have you heard of the game Dead by Daylight? I have. I have not played it. I know Andrew, actor Andrew, he does. Not that I don't want to. I just haven't had a chance to yet, but I will. Who Dat Warlord? I just started collecting McDonald's toys and Happy Meal boxes from the 80s and 90s. Just got the Fraggle Rock for cars. Nice, man.
Nice.
Yeah, I remember those.
I have a nice little collection over there. Right there.
I see them.
All up there.
I can touch them. Gable Penny Shot?
Hello, Gable Penny Shot. Good evening to you.
Do you know him?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, hello there, Gable. Brett says, met Meredith a few weeks back when I went to pick up some of her cool goods she sells. Will she be making a Crestbird piece?
Yes, her first episode is already shot for it, and she picked the Weirdsies for one of her favorite shoots. So that is already on the computer, all edited. It's going to be going up soon. So
yay.
Look for that.
The Gooch. I playing Cyberpunk 2. Cool, man. Yeah, let me know how it is.
Enjoying it. She's been booted 6 times because of the
well, she has a PS4 Pro, so she's a little bit better than, because some people are just fucking dying over there.
Yeah, she's a pro. She was like, she'll get the PS5, months down the road. She doesn't care. She has so many games.
Yeah.
That she has a shit ton of games, and a lot of them she just hasn't played yet. So
she'll get on it, man.
Yeah.
Tom, have you either of you seen The Last Blockbuster or The Orange Years yet? I watched them on back-to-back nights a couple weeks ago. That's some hardcore concentration nostalgia right there. We haven't, right?
No.
I want to see both.
Last Blockbuster is coming tomorrow to Amazon Prime. And The Orange Years is in my Amazon Prime queue.
Yeah.
You just got to rent it. It's like $4.99 or something like that. The Orange Years is based on Nickelodeon. And I want to see both. So, yeah.
I'm putting that on my reminders for tomorrow about The Last Blockbuster. But yeah, definitely want to see both. Who dat's got to go. He's got to tuck the kids to bed. We'll see you in a bit, man. How do I hide? Okay, so damn, it's been a thick time already. What do we want to talk about? What else?
People ask us questions, but I mean,
yeah,
come on, we can bring up the craziness that was the Disney
Investors
Disney Investor Day.
Yeah,
which was a huge dump of info.
Mm-hmm.
I showed River last night a bunch of the trailers and news and stuff like that, and he was just like, Jesus, all these shows are coming? I was like, yeah, man.
I know. I honestly, of the Marvel shows, I watched WandaVision, then Falcon, and then Loki, and I actually really liked Loki the best because it's so unknown what the hell is happening in that. Like, I've read that Vision and Wanda comic, so the Tom King one, I have an idea of what they'll do. And Falcon and Winter Soldier, it's just kind of like, I already love those two. Like, I'm already, it's buddy cop, it's great. But Loki, I have not read that comic, and I'm also just like, what is going on? Because if you're doing time travel shit where he shows up, that's, you know me. I'm gonna be there for that.
Well, the TVA is time cops, basically.
Yeah.
Time police.
I think John Claude shows up, right? And
there's gonna be some crazy shit going on. I can't wait for all of them. Really.
Yeah.
with WandaVision, because I love the multiverse and all that stuff and Doctor Strange, and
Yeah.
I think Wanda going into Strange, going into Spider-Man 3 is going to be a whew. Another thing that really got me excited was Secret Invasion. Because that comic is so good.
Yep.
So good, and I'm really excited to see that. And I'm glad that it's a show, because I was like, you can't do it justice if you're just going to do like a 2-hour, movie.
Right. Isn't Secret Invasion is Norman though, right?
Well,
and Loki.
I don't know if they're going to do.
I don't know if they will either, but I'm just curious if this is how they bring them.
I love the Skrulls in that story.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, they are the invasion.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun to see who's good, who's bad, see all the trickery that's going to be happening, and I'm just excited for that. There's so much to look forward to in that Marvel. I'm excited for She-Hulk as well.
I'm really excited for She-Hulk.
And if you go back and you listen to what he says, who knows who's going to pop up because in the lawyer world. Like, if that's not saying Daredevil's going to be in the world.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, I was talking with
Spider-Man, be it She-Hulk, be it through how many other,
There's no other, Chris Walken and I were talking about, there's no other lawyers in Marvel. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, it's her and Matt, and like, is to the best of my knowledge, like, that's it. So, that's exciting. Oh, hold on here. What do we got? We got
Froggy could show up.
Of course he could. Foggy. Yeah, he will. He'll probably will. Gooch says, "What's your guys' favorite horror Christmas movie?"
I mean, yours is Happy Holidays, right?
Yeah, it's a close first. Yeah, probably. Is Gremlins? It's a horror comedy. So that would probably be it off the top of my head.
Mine is definitely Silent Night, Deadly Night.
Yeah,
for sure. But I mean, Gremlins is right there.
I mean, it is.
You Gooch?
Yeah, Gooch Utalas. Nostalgia Gooch says the Gooch asked about Christmas horror and reminded me that you guys talked about Jack Frost in one of your videos. I freaking love that movie. Yeah, but you liked the Michael Keaton version. This is the horror version.
The sequel has him in like a Caribbean setting.
Oh, really? Oh, man. Well, I mean, Ski Wolf, man. Surf Wolf is up. Surf's up.
Let's do it. I'm down.
On Stoinky Beach. Actually, we'll go to the Dominican. We'll shoot it over a 2-hour time period.
Oh, yeah, we could actually go out to Florida and shoot that.
Oh, we could do that too. Yeah, go to Gator World. Jose A2 is one of my role-playing guys, Star Wars guys. Hey, buddy. Howdy. Brett Allen says, I spent 20 years in the cinema biz, was one of the last 35 millimeter projectionists. Do you guys seek out 35 millimeter shows? What film would you love to see on 35 millimeter?
I think he means like going to shows that show them. I would hope.
Right.
Think. I mean, I've been to, yeah.
I mean, does he know where we live?
Yeah, we are in Rochester. The George Eastman House is here.
Yeah.
Kodak is here. The Dryden Theater is here. It's 35 millimeter. And then we have the Little,
yep,
which also does 35 millimeter. But I go. There's a place in Syracuse called the Palace Theater, and they do a whole bunch of awesome 35 millimeter revival shows of 80s horror and science fiction and comedy and stuff like that. And then we're about 5 hours away from the Mahoning Drive-In, and they still do 35 millimeter, mostly 80s stuff and 90s horror and comedy, science fiction, stuff like that.
So
yeah, you know,
I mean, to answer your question, if the opportunity presents itself, especially in Rochester, it does quite a bit.
What
So
film would you love to see on? I mean, I've seen a lot. Also, you got to remember, like you, you know, I was born in the 70s. I grew up in the 80s. I've seen so many movies first run on 35 millimeter, you know? So I've seen a lot of great fucking movies that are classics as it was happening, you know, until digital took over.
I mean, I'd like to see. I haven't seen like Raiders of the Lost Ark.
You haven't?
I don't believe so.
Who went with me then?
I don't think I did.
Somebody went with me.
Yeah, I mean, but to your point, a lot of them, Aliens, some of the classic ones, Freddy, all that stuff. Gooch,
I saw most of those.
You guys are the best. I always look forward to your videos. You know what? We look forward to watching you at night. Yeah, we do. Brett Allen says, I used to own a print of Gremlins. Damn, 35 millimeter.
Dope.
That's cool, man.
I used to.
He sold it, man. He had to buy that He-Man set. Jeff says, Silent Night, Deadly Night sled scene. So choice. Yeah. Chris loves that scene. The Gooch says the original Black Christmas.
I love that movie as well.
Did you put up that episode? The Christmas episode?
Yeah, Christmas episode is on there. You can our Christmas episode is on here, Gooch.
Yeah.
You can watch our favorite Christmas stuff we like to watch every year. It is down on the channel.
Oh, the Tales from the Crypt. Isn't that the first episode of Tales from the Crypt?
There's some great stuff. There's Jimmy Van Brunt cuts his own wiener off. You know,
the Commando Kids. Just great stuff.
Yang Bus Christmas. That's a good
10-gallon twats. Unholy night. Brett Allen Coger says, I own a print of Raiders 2, but it was badly faded. I sold some stuff to Mahoning a while back.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what sucks about the Mahoning Drive-In is they put on great shows like Atmosphere and everything, but they haven't they don't care about like their bulbs.
Oh, really? So it just keeps getting darker and darker.
It's like a muddy mess.
Ugh.
So it doesn't matter that you have all these great 35 millimeter, and some prints that they get are like good prints, but because they don't upgrade their bulbs, it's such a dreary mess. And so I have no intention of going back ever again until they like spring for some fucking bulbs. Yeah, they're expensive, but do it. I mean, you know.
Well, I'm sure they're making pretty decent money there.
Well, especially because of the documentary, because they're like, you know, known around the country. Like, get your shit together and buy some new bulbs.
Gucci says, are you guys done with your Christmas shopping?
Absolutely. Yeah, I started in October.
Chris is he's a master shopper.
Because we're Christmas nuts around here.
Yeah.
I didn't finish my Christmas shopping until like last week. So I started in October and now I'm all done.
I got a couple items to get. Immediate family got their stuff.
I was able to do the Friends this year.
Yeah.
Yeah. I usually love to, but
fuck, man. I mean, it's a pandemic.
Solomon, hey, hello.
Hey, Casey. Hey, Chris. Happy Christmas.
Happy Christmas to you.
Yeah, man. Brett says
guys.
bulbs for 39 millimeter are different than projector bulbs. Hard to find. Bulbs are like $1,000 plus, depending on size. But still, come on, man.
I know, but if you're gonna tout that you're like the greatest drive-in theater of all time, get your shit together. You know, people are coming from all over the country to go to that theater, and then they're like, oh, again, they put on a great presentation, but goddamn, it's muddy. It's just muddy. Like, I've seen great 35 millimeter shows in theaters. You know, buy a goddamn bulb. Like,
Gooch says Casey, the last minute shopper. Yeah, well, yeah.
He's a Grinch.
I'm not a Grinch. I love this.
We call him a groinch over here.
I do love Christmas. I'm just not to Chris's level. Solomon says I'd kill for a great drive-in theater. Where do you live, man? I mean, a lot of them popped up this year because of COVID. They had a real revival this year. Tom says we have 2 great drive-ins down here, both owned by the same family.
That's great.
Chris and I are opening up one
in
your backyard,
your basement, and
in our basements. You don't drive actually, but I have not. You know, I wanted to go this year and I didn't get a chance to do it. To go to a drive-in. I did watch some movies outside of my house, but just not at the drive-in. Gooch says Casey is the Arnold on Jingle All the Way. Can't do a good Arnold.
Weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Casey, you're Arnold in Jingle All the Way.
Worst. Solomon says Edge of Texas, El Paso, our only drive-in theater is owned by a porn shop. Well, then you've got great movies.
Yeah, you're seeing all the classics.
Yeah, man.
Tie me up.
I think you and I are the only ones who know.
You saw all the La Blue Girls.
Exactly. All of them.
The great Peter North and Christy Canyon.
Jeff Fuller wants to see The Grinch Who Stole Stoinkmas. It's coming. Not this year, but probably next year.
I mean, yeah. The Groinch Who Stole.
Yeah. You should do that. Who would the Groinch be?
It would be you.
All right. That was a good Josh.
Be prosthetic, be all green.
I would do that. That'd be funny. Gooch says Christy Canyon.
Oh, yeah.
You're goddamn right.
She was my first. She's the reason why I am obsessed with large natural breasts to this day. And only large natural breasts.
It's his first, his last, his everything.
She's just the first in a long line of testicular beauties who created this man you see before you.
Tom says ours played classics all summer. Back to the Future, Ghostbusters, Jurassic Park, Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, Breakfast Club. That's awesome.
Classics.
That'd be sweet, man. I wish that we had that. I think ours played.
We're playing all that.
No, they played
all the drive-ins.
Big Hero 6.
No, they played it at ours.
No, they did, because anything that had an anniversary,
those aren't 35 millimeter. Those are just digital.
Someone's DVD.
Yeah.
Brett Allen says, how much like how you remade Evil Knight. Oh, which of the old LBP flicks would you want a young movie maker to remake?
I don't know. None. Yeah, I've never thought about that.
If someone comes in and says, oh man, I really love these classic films. I would love to see a remake of, you know what movie I would like to see a remake of? Destruction Kings. With a budget.
If we did it.
Yeah, with a budget. I was actually thinking about it today. Like, just like I was in the shower and I laughed to myself and I was like, what if we just did Destruction Queens and it was girls instead of guys?
That would be hilarious.
So you could put that one in the chamber.
Yeah.
Nisha Gupta says, Casey, Chris, nice to see you both. What are your favorite G-rated Christmas movies?
Oh man.
I
like nuts in butts.
Well, you like all those stupid
Rankin and Bass.
Yeah, Rankin and Bass shit.
I like the Rankin and Bass stuff.
I like Charlie Brown's Christmas would probably be a G-rated. The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, G-rated.
Yeah.
If you watch the channel more, you would see we actually talk about some of these films.
Misha wants nothing to do with our lives outside of anything.
Outside of being in between us. The Gooch says, do you guys watch Bruce Lee movies?
Yeah, constantly. In fact, it's on right now around me. That's all I see is rippling muscles and
he's entered every dragon at this point. Yeah,
I've seen the ones that he's famous for, but I don't seek them out. I think he was a pretty dope guy, brilliant man.
I thought you were going to say a hack.
No.
He's low budget.
Philosophy is
Jet Li.
Right on point,
Yeah, no, I like Bruce Lee. I've seen a bunch of his movies.
I like Bruce Leroy. That's what I like. He there was a saga where he really had to overcome adversity by getting the glow and taking out this Shogun of Harlem. That's Bruce Leroy is my man.
The Gooch is downloading them right now. Tom says Rankin and Bass. Can we talk about how amazing Rankin and Bass is for a second? We can talk about for one.
You can go down in the channel and watch the Rankin and Bass special that I had last year. Tom, who supposedly watches everything on this channel. But yes, I watch them every year and have since I was a child. Before you were even born, Tom, I was watching Rankin and Bass.
Tom says, did you watch The Holidays That Made Us on Netflix? They talk about how Elf was strongly modeled after Rankin and Bass. I haven't watched it yet. Not because I don't want to, but I do want to.
I watched both. I don't like the movie Elf at all. I don't. I honestly don't get it.
When we did our episode after we finished, I was like, fuck, I forget Elf and another movie what you absolutely hate, which is Love Actually. I watch Love Actually every year. I know you don't give a shit, but I'm just saying.
So yeah, I don't give a shit about Elf, but it was interesting because I like behind the scenes of movies and things like that. So that part was interesting to me, but the movie does nothing for me. It is not a classic in my eyes at all.
So good. So fucking good.
Is it, Casey?
Solomon says he truly mastered the glow.
He did, man. Bruce Leroy.
The Gooch says The Last Dragon. I watched that yesterday on IMDb.
Interesting.
You
should get yourself the Blu-ray. It's delicious.
Solomon, no one believes me when I say The Last Dragon is a premium kung fu movie. Yeah, it is.
Man, it's so good. It's funny.
Those people haven't seen it then.
1985 goodness, man. Shogun of Harlem. Oh, Director Yofita to Daddy Green's Pizza. You got to get all up in it. Vanity is number one. She's going to take you to seventh heaven.
Leroy says, who's the master?
Show me.
I was going to say Palpatine, but yes. Tom says, Chris, I did watch that, but why can't we talk about it some more?
So go ahead, nostalgia junkie. Let's talk. What's your favorite?
He said Rudolph and Frosty were my shiz as a kid.
All right. So the two best well-known Rankin and Bass, real good. Get some new material.
We have a guest who has popped up here. So we're going to bring him on the show and we're going to ask him what his favorite Christmas.
I'm just going to reach down here and pull Tom up from his head.
Let's find out what his favorite Christmas movie is.
Who, Tom? Or
Hey!
that's not Chris Wog. That's Tim Armstrong.
Hello, guys.
Hey, Chris.
Hey!
It looks like I came in a good time to settle the score on Christmas specials.
Yeah, do you hate Rankin and Bass as well?
I hate all Christmas, actually. No, I'm just joking. No, I am not a hater of any. I'm an equal opportunist Christmas special guy, but for me, it is the Star Wars Holiday Special and the He-Man She-Ra Christmas Special.
That actually is good, but
I have that on DVD,
Star
actually.
Wars Holiday Special is not.
It's not. I actually put my wife this year after we watched the Lego one, and so I told her that she had to have the experience of watching it. So we were doing it while setting up the Christmas tree. So we have a Star Wars Christmas tree. So I thought it was appropriate, very appropriate.
Did you like that Lego special?
Did I? I'm sorry, what?
Did you like that Lego special?
I did enough, yeah. I thought it was fun. It's nice to see. I always liked the Star Wars Lego stuff. I was a fan of like the Freemaker Adventures and some of the the shorts that they had and stuff. I actually kind of dug it, and I kind of liked seeing them kind of explore post Rise of Skywalker too in their own ways. So yeah, I thought it was a lot of fun.
We'll have to I still have to check it out. Chris, thanks for being on, first of all.
Hey guys, this is Chris Walker. You may have seen him on the channel on
from Eternia and
Eternia, Gourmet Scum
stuff.
Towelite Talk. Yeah.
I was just thinking about that because we usually would do a show this time of year, the three of us, as I journeyed to Rochester. But 2020, the only thing that's good from 2020 is, my favorite football team, and that's because it's 2020. Of course, it's the reverse year of everything. So scary stuff. So I wish I was there with you and we could all be in person. But yeah.
Enjoying our He-Man origins together.
Right? We could be playing and conquering Eternia. I mean, taking down Skeletor. Right.
Let me just get through some of these, and Chris, you can jump in too here. The Gooch says, vanity. Greg Pfeiffer. Have either of you seen Disembodied on Amazon Prime? It's pretty interesting to watch. It reminds me of Eraserhead as far as its style. I don't even know what the fuck that is, man.
No, I'm not a fan of Eraserhead.
What, you love all David Lynch films?
No, I love me some Twin Peaks, 1 and 2. 3.
He's lying. He's watched Dune. He has a Dune tattoo.
Dune. I can't tell you how many times I've tried to watch Dune.
Yeah.
Since like the 80s.
Yeah. I took that opportunity in 2020, and you know what?
How'd that go?
It was still kind of weird.
I love the story, but man,
yes.
The miniseries did it better.
Yes.
I'm so excited for the new movie. The music in the original Dune in the 84 Dune is actually really dope.
It's all Sting, I think.
Yeah.
He claims it to be, at least.
It's just can't stand losing you and so lonely over and over and over again.
Sounds like a recipe for the Berserkers. Tom says, I don't love Elf, but I don't hate it. I definitely don't understand the hype of people who think it's a classic.
I'm right there with you, bro. I don't
Chris,
get
you
it.
like Elf?
I've watched it once.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't. There wasn't a peep from me watching that movie. I was like, people love this movie, like, I don't know.
You know what? When I worked at Family Video, you could watch certain movies, and if they are PG or if they had good music, you watched it over and over and over again. So that's what did it. It was like, I think the first couple times I was like, I remember Swingers. That's a real Jon Favreau movie. and then just got more and more inundated with so many people renting it and watching it in the store that I eventually became to love it.
That's rough.
Leroy says, Gooch, get your hands off my woman. He's talking about vanity.
Yeah.
Solomon says, did you guys ever try watching the Lego Christmas special? Yeah, Chris Walk just said.
Yeah, we just talked about it.
He's a fan.
I saw it. Chris saw it. Did you, Salomon? What did you think, Salomon?
Nostalgia Junkie says, Star Wars Holiday Special. I thought it was going to be one of those so bad it's good deals. No, it's more so bad you feel bad for the actors in it.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's really shitty. Except for B. Arthur. She's
the very first time I saw it on like a bootleg VHS,
yeah,
I laughed. And then...
Well, how old were you? Like 35?
You know, I was a teenager. So I just laughed at it. I just thought it was like the dumbest shit I had ever seen. And then watching it subsequently, I do not laugh. It's just like, and I've only watched it several times because I've shown people.
Yeah.
And they never make it through it. They're always stuck on why the fuck is 15 minutes about the Wookiees talking to each other and there's no subtitles and it's just
yeah.
You're not classically trained in Wookiee and Sherlock. Come on, Star Wars people.
The Gooch says, "Ooh, hergadurgadurger." The Gooch says, I'm binge watching the Goldbergs at the moment. I'm season 7, going to binge watch the Wonder Years next. That's a good mix, man. Maybe throw in
I have to say that for me, the Goldbergs is finally going down the tubes.
Really?
It's not as funny anymore as it once was. Frankly, the 80s feel of it is gone. It's like it's not even a thing anymore.
What season is it on?
I think it's 8.
I think it's 8 right now.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in 2 seasons.
1 through 5 are fantastic.
Yeah,
I think they're great. It's great television. But without a doubt, I mean, the Wonder Years destroys it. The Wonder Years is one of the greatest television shows. Television shows in general of all time.
I agree. Solomon says, yeah, there was a Dune mini-series. There was 2.
Oh, it's amazing. Yeah, there's 2 of
them. There's Dune mini-series, and then there's Children of Dune.
I say, out of you. You stand up and walk out on me. Come on back.
So yeah, the Wonder Years is classic.
Winnie Coops.
Chris, did you watch? Oh, Chris Walk. Did you watch the Wonder Years?
Yes.
Based on him.
I mean, even with the limited amount of channels I had,
yeah,
those classics were on 2, 4, Snow. So, yes, I mean, even if I didn't remember watching it, it was on. So it's just, oh man.
Are you more?
It's amazing what we grew up on, honestly, and now everybody didn't grow up, and like they're going back and watching it. But it's like these are the values and the magic we were raised on.
Yeah.
Look how far it's taken us.
That was my next thing.
Values.
I should have probably watched more of those shows now.
Gooch
says Elf is a must for me every Christmas. My kids love it. Thanks, Gooch.
Hey man,
with you, man.
To each their own, brother. To each their own.
Brett Allen says I've never seen Elf, but when I ran the projector for Alamo, Kansas City, we would run it like 4 times every December. So I hate it. I've never seen it, but I hate it.
I've just heard it.
I guess that's enough.
I don't blame people. I worked retail and restaurant for a very long time. So the holidays are a new concept to me where I'm actually a free man.
Yeah. It made Chris Walk hate food.
No, I love food. I hate holidays. That's all. And people.
Solomon, I actually enjoyed it more than I thought I would. In seeing post Rise of the Skywalker stuff is neat.
Talking about the special.
Special, yeah. Gooch says the Goldbergs had an episode about the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Was it not funny?
It's probably
so since Chris Walk's here, and we didn't go too deep into it, what was, we touched upon the Disney investor thing a little bit. What was your favorite announcement
out of the Marvel stuff? Because we didn't Star Wars yet.
Out of the Marvel stuff, I've for the announcements. Oh man, I'm really the Secret Wars thing. I'm really into. I'm really digging that. I loved the comic crossover that they did for it, and I'm really waiting to see this MCU touch.
Secret
Invasion. What did I say? Secret Wars. That would be even better. But Secret Invasion. Sorry. And then what I'm also seeing is like the shaping of all the young Avengers they're all coming, man. It's really kind of cool. And we don't even know what the fallout of like WandaVision is with their kids, but they seem to be setting up so much other stuff in this new generation of Avengers with these kind of torchbearers from the old school, from 10 years ago. But I think there's a lot of cool stuff getting set up while they're also kind of playing around with what they have going on right now. I'm very excited for Fantastic Four and an MCU version of that. And I'm hoping that we just see more of the Kirby side of things than we have gotten the experience of, unfortunately, from the Fox films. But those, like all of that, I'm really excited for. That whole day just blew my mind.
Yeah. How about you guys? Do you guys know what we're talking about out there? The Disney Investor Day? It was insane.
I know. Yeah, if anyone has anything to talk about Marvel-wise, let us know.
I was actually sick, and then I was cured the moment it happened. Ask Casey.
He texted me like, "Oh man, I'm gonna go lay down. I'm not feeling that good." And I was like, "What the fuck?" Like this is like in the middle of like all this stuff. And I'm like, "Dude, get online and actually see what is happening right now, because that's gonna knock you right up."
And it did.
Yeah. You got impregnated. Tom says, I worked at the Galleria Mall AMC when Elf came out. One guy I worked with was obsessed with it and would sneak in and watch every chance he had.
Was it Will Ferrell?
Yeah.
Casey.
It was me. Yeah, I mean, what's the first show that comes out from that? Do you guys remember?
From
Marvel?
Is it WandaVision?
It's WandaVision, January. Then Falcon and Winter Soldier is March. And then Loki is May.
Ah.
And then it just keeps going. Like What If is the summer.
Yeah.
The Van Brunt Chronicles. The fall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, before Hawkeye? Oh, man.
Yeah.
What were they thinking?
I don't know. Maybe it leads into it.
You're right. Never doubt the Van Brunt.
One family.
There's some espionage going on with the Van Brunts.
If I give you trust, right? That's it.
Brett Allen says, I remember hanging up the first Iron Man teaser poster in my old theater. Literally said to an employee, "No one wants to see an Iron Man movie." I think I may have been wrong.
Not at that time. Eventually you were wrong, but yeah.
I don't get that. See, that's the thing. Like, I was fucking stoked, and like I never understood the idea when people would say, Iron Man was like a B level. For me, he wasn't. Like, I don't know if it's just because, like, as a comic reader, he's fucking Iron Man. He's one of the Avengers. He's I don't know. I was like, Iron Man, sweet. I was even excited back in the day when New Line was going to do Iron Man with Tom Cruise. I thought, woo. And then they say Robert Downey Jr. and I was like, holy shit, that is Tony Stark.
I mean, I think what it is that at that time in comics, I own like 3 Iron Man comics, period. Iron Man as a
But Iron Man was everywhere. Iron Man was, just like every other character, he was weaving in and out of every fucking story.
He is, but he's not Spider-Man. You know what I mean? He's not the big uns.
But they had also just basically like resurrected the character into like center stage with Civil War and all that stuff in the comics. So for me, it was Civil War that brought back Iron Man to be kind of like, all right, this is, for me, it was always kind of like Iron Man was like the down and out guy. And a lot of people was like, oh, he's just a drunk or whatever. And like I get that. And I get maybe some people don't see like how the character was a challenged character. That's fine. But then what Civil War did for him was immensely, important to bring that character back and then actually having him pop into the first MCU movie, which is launching it on him. It was a brave step in a way, but it was the right way to do it.
Mm-hmm. Casey, no!
I think what it is that with Iron Man, he is an A-level person because he is in Avengers and all that stuff, but he's still not Cap, Thor, Spider-Man, Punisher.
I mean, the Cap was Cap.
No, but I mean, like, that shield is at least iconic enough that it gets through, that everyone gets it. Just like Superman. You might not even read a Superman comic, but you know what that S is. So, like, I think at that time, I was like, you watch the trailer, you're there, you're in. You'd be insane not to. You'd be riding a hiss tank to go see that movie. But at that time, I don't think it was as big as it was, but here we are. Gooch says, I love Iron Man. Thank you. Solomon says, comic book movies were always a weary thing for me. At the beginning, I was so disappointed by the Fantastic Four movies and Spider-Man 3 before them. But what about Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Blade, Ghost Rider?
Now you're stretching it.
Blade really was the first.
He was.
1998 out the gate. Well, I mean, yes, there was Batman and there was Superman, but I'm talking about of the modern Marvel renaissance, Blade kicked it off. I can't wait for that 4K Blu-ray.
Yeah, I definitely need
good things about it.
Greg says, I recently watched Spider-Man Far From Home and Homecoming. I like Homecoming better of the two, but honestly, I still prefer Sam Raimi's first Spider-Man movie better. First one?
That's where we're going to butt heads, Greg. For me, like Casey, Spider-Man has always been my number one guy. Since I was 3 years old, Spider-Man is my Marvel dude. And for me, what they've done with Homecoming, Far From Home, whatever, but what they've done with the new MCU Spider-Man is far more Spider-Man to me than anything that's been out there. I remember, and I think Casey, I don't know, did we go together to the first Spider-Man? I think we did.
We didn't go to 2 together because I was in Buffalo, but we did go to 1.
Okay, we did go to 1, but
and probably 3.
I don't think we did go to 3. I remember. Yeah. I remember our faces look at each other during 3. Because it was in the IMAX.
Yeah, I remember.
And our faces looked like somebody just dropped shit in our lap. We were so like, it was repugnant, But So I remember you being like high as a fucking kite with excitement coming out of the first Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I'll come up. So I was like, no, they got some things right, but I can't, to this day, Tobey Maguire to me is just not Spider-Man. He's not Peter Parker. I can't stand Kirsten Dunst as Mary Jane. The best thing about that first Spider-Man movie for me was Willem Dafoe.
Not as Green Goblin.
Harry Osborn.
No.
I mean, as Norman Osborn,
Yeah.
but not the Green Goblin. Boy, did I fucking hate whatever they did to that. And so, while I was excited because it was Spider-Man movie finally, it was Sam Raimi, who, already a huge fan of Sam's work. I just was let down by the first Spider-Man. Now Spider-Man 2 comes around, and Spider-Man 2 was like, at the time, Spider-Man 2 was like, this is amazing.
This is the best it's ever gonna be.
This is so good. And by
Just
that
not now.
already,
At that time,
at that time we had X-Men 2. And X-Men 2 beat Spider-Man 2 just by a little, only because I still hate Tobey Maguire. Kirsten Dunst. But the stuff that they did in Spider-Man 2, Doc Ock, Alfred Molina is fantastic.
Yep.
Raimi coming back to old school Raimi and doing some of his tricks.
Yep.
The fighting was far more Spider-Man-y. So that stuff was amazing. Now I watch it and I'm like, yeah. And then Spider-Man 3 is just straight up fart sauce. It just is.
First half hour is pretty great.
Oh, I don't. Not at all.
Even that.
Oh, I think that movie is just one giant wasted opportunity. The whole thing.
I think it's because I like Bryce Dallas Howard so goddamn much that I can accept those first 30 minutes.
Was blinded.
She's something to look at. She's something to look at, but that does not make a good movie.
I was over that movie after the symbiote came down from the sky, and that was their.
Yeah, it's garbage.
It was minutes into that movie.
Yeah. We got a lot to catch up on here.
Okay, sorry.
No. I mean, it's related to Spider-Man,
and that's
fine. It's related to Spider-Man. We can keep it going. I'm just saying. Brett says I was right after Superman Returns, X-Men 3, Spider-Man 3. So comic flicks were on the downturn, not counting 300. I mean, 300's a dope movie.
Well, yeah. 300
it really is. Not the sequel, but the. Spider-Man 3 is dead to me. Yes, Tom. Absolutely. It is. This is the most we've talked about it in 20 years.
Probably since we've seen it.
Because I fucking hate it so much. Oh, okay, Chris. Any other words you want to say about Christmas or Spider-Man or anything? He's got to go.
On those two things, bah humbug. No, I'm good.
Thank you for jumping on, man. It means a lot.
I miss you guys a lot.
Yeah, I miss you too. I wish we were all together as we normally are in Christmas times.
Soon we will reforge.
Absolutely. We'll come together and the world will be right once again.
Exactly.
So,
that's right, fellow warrior.
That's right. Merry Christmas, gentlemen, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Okay. Thank you. Bye. That was Chris Walk, star of Towel Light Talk and your wildest
Paprika 3.
Yep.
Brutal
Vengeance.
I think those are the two big ones.
those are the heavy hitters, heavy hangers.
Eagle Freak.
You know him, you love him. Ha. All right.
Made up, nowhere to go.
Sullivan says, no, yeah, they were good, but For every good one, there's like 4 bad ones. Yeah. Gooch says, you know what's a weird movie to watch during Christmas? Phantasm. You know what? Honestly, man, it's a weird movie to watch anytime. I don't like that movie. I don't like any of those
movies. Phantasm movies.
I don't either. I tried.
I've tried so many times throughout the years, growing up, everything.
Yep.
I recently told Andrew, who is
he's a fan, yeah,
loves those Phantasm movies. I said, for him, I will once again sit there and I'll watch them with him in a marathon.
All of them?
I said, well, he said, no, not the last one. So we'll do 1 through 4. 2, if I can tolerate any of them, it's part 2. Because 2 is the one that actually got like a Hollywood budget and studio behind it.
Yeah.
And it tries to be coherent. Whereas the rest of it is just a incoherent, atmospheric bad orgasm.
Did you watch John Dies at the End?
Yeah, which was great.
Which is great. It's a good book too.
I loved it.
Actually, did you read the book?
Don Cascarelli. No, I'm talking about the movie, man.
No, I know. You like the book too, though. But yes, that's the only Don Cascarelli movie I like. And his
Master?
Huh?
Do you like the Beastmaster?
I was gonna say I like Beastmaster, and I like his entry in what was it, Masters of Horror, the HBO things.
The first season?
Yeah. Yep, he did the one that was like
the Moonhead or whatever. Something on a Farthead Road or something.
Yep. It was very Buffy-esque. It was good. It was great. All right. M. Honeycutt says,
Michael Honeycutt. He is here to taste our drippings.
Oh, Michael. I was stoked about Black Widow and Iron Man 2, and now I'm probably most excited for U.S. Agent. Nice, man. Yeah. I remember that first time we saw her, and it was just a cool, it was building that world in a way that we had not seen before. And then
it's one of the best, probably most like insanely sexy scenes. The stay on her face when she
that move
when she comes up under the fucking, I mean, her eyes, like,
My wife today was like, I'm not gonna give you the full context of it. She was like, if Scarlett Johansson was in this bed today, you probably wouldn't have gotten out of it, would you? And I was like, well,
absolutely not. I would hurt my balls
to forever.
Yeah, like
she's forever on that list.
I would keep coming.
Solomon, love Beast of Spider-Man. What are your thoughts on the news that Tobey and Andrew are coming back to the screen in the new Spider-Man movie? I feel like Tobey could play an older, beaten-up Spider-Man.
While I'm not a fan of Tobey's Spider-Man, I am a fan of this multiverse thing. I think it's really fun. I think it's going to blow the theater
in half.
I feel like people are going to go nuts. People are really going to go nuts, and it's going to be, and I think it's going to be needed. It's going to be a real fun, cathartic. It's out Christmas of next year, and I think it's going to be like a giant release of like, we're back in the theaters and we're doing it, and this is an amazing movie, and the multiverse, and this and that, and everything, and all these characters, and I am there for it, regardless of what I think of Tobey as Spider-Man. The fact that they're gonna all be there, and I'm excited to see how they're gonna do it, and what fun Kevin Feige has in store for all of us. I'm really excited. I'm all about it. Can't wait.
Yeah, I mean, 3 Spider-Men doing Spider-Man things. I can't even wrap my head around it, how much my brain will explode as they keep Electro, Doc Ock. You know what I mean? Like, just Vulture will probably be there. That Scorpion they teased.
Sinister Six action going.
Yeah, maybe Venom. Maybe Tom Hardy. Maybe, I don't know, because he's an anti-hero or whatever. But like, just that whole idea of seeing that and seeing these Spider-Men have to team up from different movie franchise. I mean, it's fucking insane.
Awesome.
I haven't fully gotten thick into it because I can't. I would cream.
Amazing. I mean, Marvel. I mean,
Kevin Feige. Feige we trust, man. Gotta do it. Nostalgia Junkie says the day that Spider-Man 3 came out was probably the most disappointing day of my life. Casey and I were counting down the hours at work, and the next day was like someone had died. I mean, it was rough.
Rough. Casey and I were at the Island.
Mm-hmm.
We were in the very back row.
As we do.
And we were watching this thing unfold. And I honestly remember our faces. Our faces looked like straight up, like, what the fuck? You know, we were so unpleasantly surprised.
You might have because of River, but I have not watched that movie since the theater, man.
I've seen it because of River when River was like 5.
Yeah.
And that was probably the last time. And now he knows it as a piece of junk.
Yeah.
You know?
I just haven't. I watched that beginning because it was like on TV or something or whatever. And I was like, this isn't horrible. But like, I haven't watched the whole thing and I never want to again. I'm good. Brett Allen says, I remember having to spend an entire shift yanking the Spider-Man teaser from all the features showing it because of 9/11. I remember that with the Two Towers thing.
Weird controversy, big thing going on there. I remember
that. Mike says, current Spider-Man Tom Holland is definitely the best version for sure.
I am right there with you.
Yeah. I mean, I don't hate Tobey Maguire like you do. I think that he's a decent Peter Parker. Too old, but a decent Peter Parker. I think Andrew Garfield is a good Spider-Man, but a shitty Peter Parker. And then I think Tom Holland is the best of the two.
Yeah.
Combined, you know.
Absolutely.
So, Kirk B.
Yo, Kirk B.
Kirk B. Hearing about Toby makes me hope for some Toblerone in my Christmas sock. Hadn't had one since the early 80s until I saw your movie.
Toby Lerone, man. Toby Lerone.
Quite a few appearances.
Yeah.
Sweet Kirk.
I think I'll have to continue that tradition, Kirk. I think I'll have to keep putting little Toblerone.
You should be getting sponsored at this point.
I know. That Passion Flakies.
Wow, no shit. They're cheaper. Greg Pfeiffer says Bubba Hotep is a good one.
It was all right.
It was all right. I don't hate it, but hey, October Nightmare. Congrats on 1,000 subs, guys. We just watched Happy Holidays. Josh's faces in that alone are worth the watch. There is a light at the end of the tunnel now. Hang in there, Chris and Casey. Yeah, man.
We're hanging in there.
We're hanging all over it.
Hanging on each other. And thank you. Thank you very much.
Glad you watched Happy Holidays. It is good.
I've already watched it this season.
Did you?
Yeah, we watched it during our little get together.
Yeah, not with Katie, but with those guys, yeah, sure.
Well, Katie
left the room.
She did leave the room. She was like, nah.
Yeah. Has she even seen it before?
Yeah, she was just like, no.
Solomon, I don't know if you really game, but the PS4 Spider-Man games are top tier Spideys. So Solomon, just for some clarity purposes, there's a couple amazing Spider-Man games for PS4, and those are actually decent. But the Spider-Man game from Insomniac is one of the greatest goddamn things I've ever played. Just period. It's an amazing Spider-Man story, and then it continues on in Miles Morales, and
River is playing it again.
I mean, it's so fucking good
because he's getting himself juiced up for Miles Morales.
Yeah, very good.
which he hopes he got for Christmas.
I'm sure he did.
Only Santa knows.
Kirk B says, I've always liked DC Green Lantern and Flash and Batman. Yes. As far as comic book goes, I like all three of those things. The Green Lantern movie sucked assholes, and the Flash movie hopefully is good. But Batman in general, both Chris and I both like that. For sure.
And I'll be watching Wonder Woman 84 on Christmas night in my home theater.
11 days, man. It's crazy to think about that, and at our houses, like this big, like, obviously we would normally be there opening night in the theater in July or whenever this movie was coming out, May. I can't even remember when it was supposed to come out, but we like to go see movies opening night, and we've done it fucking forever. Since what?
The dawn of time.
Well, seriously. So it's been a very weird year. Chris works in a movie theater. I mean, like,
well, I mean,
who knows if that's gonna
happen. He is on its way out.
I saw that.
Yeah. Our two of our main managers just left. We just got an email from them. It was like, it's been a great 7 years, like,
really?
Yeah, like, I think it's just the writing's on the wall, and I think things aren't looking good for AMC. So
yeah, so it's been a shitty year for movies for sure. Green Lantern movie was bad, but comics rock. Hopefully this TV show, whenever that happens, revitalizes the character, because right now, and maybe Zack Snyder will throw him in the Snyder cut. Green Lantern. Who knows? If you guys have any questions, any other things, it's been a pretty steady chat the entire time.
That's great. I love it.
Yeah, the time's been going by. But yeah, if you have any questions or anything you want to talk about related to LBP, Warlock, 80s, Star Wars.
Yeah, you want to talk about that Star Wars news?
I do, but I have to run to the bathroom.
Oh, you gotta do it.
I got.
Oh. You guys ready? Are you guys ready for Christmas? How many of y'all out there are as excited about Christmas as I am? I'm a Christmas freak. Me, my wife, my kid, we love Christmas. I've loved Christmas since I was a kid. It's my favorite holiday of all time. So I'm pretty jazzed. And especially this year, we need all the joy and cheer we can get. So bring it on, Christmas movies. I mean, we go balls deep. We decorate the house, hardcore, the outside, the inside. Not here in the 80s room, but the rest of the house is filled to the brim with Christmas cheer. I'm stoked. It's the one time of the year where I think we all really like go nuts gift giving. I love gift giving, so we always go a little bit crazy for the family. What the? Who are you?
All right. Brett Allen says, "What's up with Heather and Pugly trilogy not being available, Chris?"
Those DVDs are just done, brother. I mean, you should have got them when you could, or do you have them? Maybe you have them.
He's asking for the 4K remastered edition.
I don't know. I'm not doing any more DVDs. No more DVDs. The old stuff is just not happening.
You're not gonna put it on Blu-ray?
No, not the Heather and Puglies. There's I got to respect the wishes of a certain somebody who's in those movies. Who's like, you know what? How about no? And I'm like, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that ain't happening anymore.
So if you can find it on the blackest of markets.
So if you got them, you got a collector's item. We do have a Blu-ray brewing for the Anal Paprika trilogy. And they have all converted to.
What do they look like?
I mean, they still look like.
Shit.
I mean, we shot them on
VHS. Widescreen.
They shot it. No, I mean they're VHS,
but
they are cleaned up.
Okay.
To the equivalent of a 4K master. They are. Zach did it.
Well, I need those.
So at some point we will do brand new commentaries. We'll do a talk about them, and there will be a Anal Paprika trilogy Blu-ray set.
We'll get Lori. She already talked before.
She did.
We could you know what? We could take that. I don't know if I have it. Fuck. I was gonna say we could take that gourmet scum and just put it on there.
I did ask her if she wanted to be a part of the new Blu-ray, and she said no.
Whatever. It's ruining her career.
I said no. She
got kids now. My kid would love to know about Anal Paprika.
Well, she will.
She will. The Gooch says, yes, sir, in reference to something. I don't know. Greg says, watch Evil Knight and 12 Inches of Dangling Fury over the weekend. Good times. Olivia is definitely not shy.
No, she isn't.
No.
And you haven't seen anything yet.
Olivia.
I don't know. I don't know how many of the movies you have, Greg. Do you have the Stoinky Saga? Because she's crazy in a Stoinkmare on Halloween Street. The craziest thing she ever did, unfortunately,
we don't have.
A real asshat stole the master.
Oh, I thought that's what her move was called.
No, know.
No, I know. I'm saying her dance.
I have that footage.
Oh, the behind the scenes footage.
Yeah, but I don't have the footage of what she does in the beginning of the movie.
Oh.
Which is probably one of the most over the edge stuff we did. And unfortunately, it is gone because of an asshat who stole the master. So, but yes, Olivia, she is a whirling dervish of nips and tips and chains and whips.
James Bishop says Christmas easily favorite time of year, music, decorations, lights, and movies.
Thank you, James Bishop. I get that. I feel that.
Try and do Die Hard, Home Alone, National Lampoon's Christmas Story, and others every year. That's
every year.
Pretty much my lineup. Maybe National Lampoon's every other year, but yeah, for sure, man. Good lineup. Love Die Hard so much I bought an MP5. I don't know what that means. What is that? Like a Zune? Okay. I don't know what that is. Is that the 4K edition? I don't know.
Maybe it's a gun.
Maybe. I got Hans Gruber's gun. The Gooch says, I love Die Hard. Hans Gruber is the best. He is. For sure.
You don't grub on the Gruber.
Pfeiffer says, I don't have the newest Stoinky that you shot.
So you don't
is
have
the trilogy available for purchase?
Saga.
Chris?
Oh my goodness. Look here. I don't know how you don't have it, Greg. It seems like you have everything.
He doesn't have that.
The Stoinky Saga. This has Stoinky Beach, a Stoinkmare Before Christmas, and a Stoinkmare on Halloween Street, all with commentary and new behind the scenes. On this lovingly recreated Blu-ray.
I need to get some of these fucking Blu-rays. I don't think I have any of them.
Have you even seen the Stoinkmare Before Halloween Street or Stoinkmare on Halloween Street?
Wait, is that what you shot last year?
Yeah.
No, I didn't see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have like a small part in it.
I'm sure I do. That's weird. Why haven't I seen that? Greg says how much?
Oh. I don't know. It's like 20 shipped.
Well, he wants it. Greg, 20 ship. James Bishop says it's the machine gun the terrorists use. Ho, ho, ho. I've got a machine gun.
Ah.
Okay. Chris and I are not gun connoisseurs.
Yeah.
So Greg says sold. So expect a payment. Like I said, it was $45.
Just get a hold of me, Greg, on the Facebooks that you usually do.
Sweet. So yeah, Star Wars, man. Whoa, lots of Star Wars shit popped out at the Disney investors meeting. If you guys are not Star Wars fans, well, sorry.
What were you most excited about, and what were you least excited about?
I'm most excited about Obi-Wan. Okay, how about this? Most excited about things I didn't already know about was Acolyte, because a show,
an Acolyte, or my like woohoo!
Yeah, a show starring a bad person, a female too, Sith, during a time period that we've never seen before in the High Republic. So 300 years before Phantom Menace. So the only person that we could possibly see is Yoda.
Which we have in the High Republic art.
We do know he's there, but I'm just saying, like, we might even see him like doing shit in this show. Who knows? But that was my like, holy shit, that's so weird. And for them, you know, finally. And then oh geez. Josh, I think, wrote something. Well, I'll just say, he goes, Father, why haven't you iced my cookie yet? And back to Elf. What if the cast would have been switched with Amy Sedaris in lieu of Mary Steenburgen and YK Kim as Buddy the Elf?
That would be a hit. Absolutely, it'd be a hit.
If I saw Amy Sedaris as Buddy the Elf, that would have been better.
Hello, Josh. Everyone, if you're a fan of my films, Josh Swire seems to be in the chats right
Happy
now.
holidays, Josh.
Legendary Josh Swire has been with us since 2005.
Known as Kukutsumin, the man of 1,000 faces.
That's right. Something I have here. Look at this.
Oh, man. What the fuck? Is that Jake?
That's Jesse, David, you, and me.
Is that in Wellsville?
90s in the Wellsville.
Yeah, I love that Olympic shirt. I was a huge fan of Team USA. What do you got, a Boston shirt on?
Boston shirt on.
Man, yeah, those were the what was that, 96 then?
Yeah, 96. Jesse's mullet.
Whew. My gosh, you guys are seeing a blast from the past. I also need an album of all of our shit sometime. Someday we'll do that.
Yeah.
Brett Allen says Josh is fantastic. He is. He's a national treasure. Bucket. Tom says he's got to go. It's been fun as always. Tom, we'll miss you, man. We see you in our dreams every night.
Tom, hopefully I'll see you 2021.
Same. Yeah. Same thing. James Bishop says, I wish I had a mullet.
Rocket Man?
Man, if you try hard enough, you can have one.
Ask Santa.
Yeah, exactly.
Ask Gruber.
Yeah, but least, I don't care about a droid show. I didn't even acknowledge it.
I'm not even gonna give a shit about.
Yeah,
didn't
even care at all. But overall, all the other shows I want to see in some capacity.
Ahsoka and the Rangers of the
New Republic
is interesting to me because it's going to cross into Mandalorian.
Yep.
And then culminate in like a big event. That's super exciting to me.
That could be crossover, like a Buffy Angel sort of situation.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
But definitely Obi-Wan and Acolyte are the two main, like, let's go. Do this.
Pedro Pascal said he could see the Mandalorian showing up in Ahsoka and other shows.
I'm sure they know what the hell they're doing.
I know.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a real adventure.
Yeah. But it's funny. There was some stupid meme about like how shitty Hayden Christensen was like 20 years ago. We were all like, puh, puh, yeah, you know, and now it's like Hayden is back. Oh my God. I can't wait to see this.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people who have like this weird, and I think it's going to happen the same with the sequel trilogy. Like, we all hated the fucking prequels, man. And now there's like a lot of people out there who love the prequels, who like are, you know, think that they're not as bad as it was. I still think they're pretty terrible. But I think people 10 years down the road are going to look back at the sequels and be like, they were great, you know, like. Here's what I think about Hayden Christensen. I think I've
got
seen in other things.
Yeah.
He's good in other things.
Yep.
Given the right material, the right director, he's going to be good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is a second chance to kill it, you know? And I think he'll be great. I really do.
I do too.
He wasn't in those fucking movies back in the day. He just wasn't. He wasn't.
Yeah, I didn't, you know, rewatching them again this year, I went more towards I don't hate them as much as I did. Because when we watched them 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I remember being like, this is like pulling teeth. I cannot deal with this. But I think after watching the Clone Wars again and watching this new sequel and then comparing the two, just because that's just what happened, I was like, you know, there's some things that I really get that George did that I wish was in these new ones. Like, I feel like his vision wasn't really a part of these new ones at all. And, you know, some of that I think could have helped. I hope that maybe they don't ask him necessarily to write anything, but like, it'd be cool if he gets to show up during the Obi-Wan filming and go, hey, George, you know, what do you think of this? You know, what do you think about this?
Already
I hope so.
I feel like that's too big of a thing to just be like, you know?
Yeah.
But I still I love George Lucas for what he did originally, but I don't love George Lucas for what he did, you know.
20 years ago.
He fucked it up. He really did. He fucked up his own shit. He really did, man. He fucked that shit up. Like, he retconned his own shit. Like, he just fucked with it. He just fucked with it. And I don't like 90% of the shit he fucked with. It wasn't needed. It was fine the way it was. And then he just arbitrarily made up all this goofy ass shit that just ruined what was before it. I'll never believe in it. I don't take it as canon.
Well, you gotta take it as canon. I mean, it's not, even if it's not good.
I don't. I
don't. James Bishop has some things to say.
Okay.
It's good to see some Star Wars stuff in recent times. It doesn't suck big. I saw the prequels opening night. Not sure why I bothered for 2 or 3. I was so hyped for
3 is the only one I can stomach.
3 I like. I was so hyped for episode 1 before I saw it. I saw 7 opening night, never watched 8 or 9. The 2 Star Wars movies were decent, not mind-blowing, but entertaining. And Greg says, way too much CGI in the prequels, and I love the Solo movie. We did too.
Way. I mean,
that's the worst part.
About, you know? They're fucking cartoons.
Yeah. But it's nice now that with the Mandalorian, hopefully with these new movies. I'm a big spaceship fan. Like, I like the vehicles of Star Wars and the Rogue Squadron. Like, I've read the books. I've watched. I played the video games.
I mean, right now I'm more excited for Taika's movie than I am hers.
I don't even know what his is. I mean, I get it because it's him,
but
I'm sure it's
what we've seen before.
Yeah, I'm positive.
But we've seen the squadrons and we've seen the battles in space, and it really has to. I mean, if it's just Top Gun in space, I don't know if I'm gonna get that excited for it.
Probably not.
I need to have my favorite thing about Star Wars is the Force, are the Jedis, are the Sith. That's far more entertaining to me than something that is in real life but just put in space. That, like fighter pilots, I just don't. You really got to do something special for me to be like, ooh, this is going to be awesome, you know. But so we'll see. Taika's is going to be weird and wacky and wild, and I have faith in his absurdity. So
space vampires. I am very excited just on the Marvel thing for Christian Bale to be playing that villain is one of the greatest. When I read that in Jason Aaron's run, I was like, this is one of the greatest villains I've ever seen.
You think he's going to be, I mean, motion capture, right?
For sure.
Or I can't see him doing prosthetics.
Heavy prosthetics.
I can't see him doing it. I think it'll be more Thanos than, you know, outfit. And
I mean, he has like this weird like goo stuff that comes off of him and all that stuff. But at the same time, when you see like Hela or you see Gamora or you see Nebula and you see them, like they are in makeup.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he's motion capture.
I wouldn't either, but it would be sweet if he was.
I know, but think now though. Think of how good Thanos was.
It was fucking
and,
brilliant.
You know, when this comes out,
yeah. Even the other people, the children of Thanos.
Yeah.
You know? Not the girl, but the other guy. She was. I don't know what the fuck they were thinking of that girl. She was like a World of Warcraft character. Brett Allen says, what about another Ewok movie?
I'd be down.
Coming.
I don't hate the Ewoks like so many people do.
No, we love Ewoks.
Pretend that they hate. I loved them when I was in that theater, Return of the Jedi. When I was a kid, I fucking loved them, and I have no problem with them to this day. I like the Ewok movies. I have
Caravan of Courage 2 is coming.
Battle for Endor. I have a poster. I have a really rad poster of Caravan of Courage.
Is it Drew Struzan?
No. But it is an old school drawn poster, and it's foreign.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Greg says, should Salacious Crumb get his own movie? I have a Salacious Crumb plush toy that's been in my cars since, I don't know, 97, you know, when Star Wars was like that.
Your own movie with him.
Yep. But Kira plays with him. I put him in her car seat now, and he laughs at her.
Enjoy Yoda or Grogu?
Does she enjoy Grogu? Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I have a plush one. Oh, yeah. Of course. Yeah, she's carrying it around, and I don't know what they're saying to each other.
We'll never know.
James Bishop, I was so confused by the Ewok movies as a kid in terms of where they fit in with the trilogy. Didn't understand spin-off is a thing. As a kid, Return of the Jedi was my favorite of the three. It still is. As an adult, I might give The Empire Strikes Back, but I still love Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi is my favorite. But the better made movie is Empire Strikes Back. But
yeah,
so much going on in Return of the Jedi, and it helps if, you know, I mean, I was 6 in the theater watching that movie. I can vividly remember it to this day. I always mention it. it's never gonna. It's just so good. Same with I was 7 when I saw Temple of Doom in the theaters, and my aunt dressed me up as Indy, and I had fake stubble all over my face, and I had the knapsack and the whip, everything, and I went to see Temple of Doom with my aunt. I was 7 years old. It's my favorite Indiana Jones movie. I love Temple of Doom. People hate that movie. I don't get it. Man. Like,
Because of
there's lots of fucking. Who cares?
Hey,
worst bitches.
No, I'm
in cinema.
speaking to the choir. Solomon says I gotta send an email to find out what I don't got, so you can send me one of these movies. So the LBP movies.
Oh yeah, I mean these are the most recent are the Stoinky Saga Blu-ray, which is 3 shorts and extras. Death o' Lantern 1 and 2 Blu-ray double feature. Death o' Lantern the remake, which we shot in 2016, but finally came out end of last year.
All the CGI just took a lot of time.
The Blue Cheese Brothers, which is an erotic Ernest fan film.
Why is that on Blu-ray?
because we weren't able to fit the commentary on a DVD, so Josh and I put the commentary on a Blu-ray. It's literally just.
What is that movie? 45 minutes?
Yeah, something like that. The Weirdsies we shot in 2015, but this is the only place you can get it. I do also have it free on the channel, but this has commentary and extras and whatnot.
And you give Chris money.
Evil Knight 2014 Blu-ray with extras, plus the bonus feature 12 Inches of Dangling Fury. And then Sex Squatch 1 and 2 with extras on Blu-ray. So those are the newest Blu-ray stuff of my films, and the only Blu-ray stuff. You're basically getting 12 movies on 7 Blu-ray. That's a steal.
That's sick. Kirk says, I loved your movie, The Weirdsies. Acting and plot were definitely a Seaver film. Please keep it coming.
Thank you. Yeah. Next year is the 30th anniversary of me making these crazy movies. It's insane. We're all going to have we are. I mean, come July, we're all getting together to celebrate what
Chris.
Yeah, what we've all done.
Stay tuned.
We might as well make it a Casey 40th as well, since everyone's going to be here, and we might as well just.
You should do that.
Combine the 30th of movies and the 40th of Casey. I'll be 44.
Yep. Not a day over 13. James Bishop says, Temple of Doom definitely the best. Yeah, you're right. I quote it all the time with a friend of mine. October Nightmare says, Temple of Doom is amazing. I was mesmerized by it as a child. I still love it.
So good.
Sean's got to go. He says, have a great one. Bye, Sean.
Thank you, Sean. Thank you for coming by. James,
you betrayed Shiva. I was referencing October Nightmare. I think he may have betrayed Shiva. Yeah, man, that movie is solid gold. Solid gold plated diapers. Man. Well,
oh, and if you did want to get a hold of me, guys, for the movie stuff, you can go to warlockhomevideo@gmail.com.
Yeah. Geek War VHS is good too.
Well, SRS put it out on VHS for a little while.
Did they?
Yeah. But the DVD is actually really great because we shot the movie in 2010. SRS Cinema didn't put it out until 2015.
It was a long time.
So I did a recut of it in 2014, and that recut with the color timing and all that stuff is on the DVD of Geek War with extras, with behind the scenes and commentary and bloopers and stuff like that.
Honeycutt says Geek War is wonderful.
Thank you. It is one of my favorite flicks I've ever done. And
Josh,
that's something.
Josh kills me in that movie, man.
Josh is great in everything.
Heather. Yeah. We got some minutes. Anything else you guys want to chat about?
Yeah, we're gonna be going soon here. But anything left you can get us to talk about?
How many subscribers are we at right now?
I want to say 1,070.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
I can't remember how to look at this, but
not too far from 1,100.
You're right. Yeah. Greg says if Chris keeps making them, I'll definitely keep buying them. I really enjoy his sense of humor.
Thank you, Greg. There's a movie that I really want to get made in 2021. It's called Radical. It's going to cost more money than we've ever had, ever. So if you ever, want to help out with a budget, we need to raise a nice chunk of change for that movie.
So just email warlockhomevideo@gmail.com about how to donate to this project. Brett Allen says Radical 2021. Honeycutt. I watch Dingleberries too much.
I love that. I really hope that a lot of you guys who watch the shot on VHS Warlock stuff we do know exactly what we're doing. That it's a joke. That it's a.
I would hope so.
We leave all the mistakes in. There's a reason why you hear our voices in it in the background. Bad acting, bad dialogue, bad effects, all the bad editing, all that. It's there for a reason. And Dingleberries was super fun to put together and leave in all the shit that we wanted to leave in. And it's fun to go through all those Warlock titles and pick out all the deliberate mistakes, the odd cuts, the shitty, effects and boom mics and all that stuff. And
it's part of it's Warlock.
That's what it is, man. It's Warlock. What's funny is that Meredith always got pissed off because even when we were knowingly doing the shitty Warlock stuff, she always wanted to get all her dialogue right, so that I wouldn't leave in her mistakes. I'm like, Meredith, that's the part of the fun of it. She's like, no, I want everything. So she makes sure that she gets it right because she knows I'm going to throw in one of her
shitty ones. Kirk B says, Josh Swire, love all your roles. Bring it every time. Cheers.
I don't know if Josh is still in here, but
he'll read it.
I'll tell Josh. Thank you.
Greg, I agree. Josh is great in everything I've seen him in. October Nightmare. Can't wait to get my Castle Grayskull, Chris. We'll be binge watching a bunch of your movies soon, as you should.
Hell yeah. Yeah, he too ordered the new Origins Castle Grayskull.
Yeah. When is that? April, I think?
March, April, something like that. Yeah. With any luck, Walmart will come through,
Yeah. I want to say thanks for everybody. We're coming up on 3 years next year. 3 years.
Yeah, I started it Crept in 2016.
Right.
It got we kicked it really into gear. Was it at the end of it was early 2018. It was February of 2018.
Yeah, that's what I mean. February, March, or something like that.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, 1,000+ subscribers. Thank you guys for tuning in, man. It's been awesome.
You know, it's again, you know, it's for just fun, and we love talking with everybody and talking about all the shit that we love and geek out about in the 80s and growing up in the 80s and all that shit. And it's just fun to find. It's been nice,
like-minded people.
Yeah, like-minded people have a community here that do come by and love to talk about the same shit. And you know, we've steadily been growing. I mean, we're not like by any means a giant channel at all. I'm never going to monetize this channel. It's all for fun, and you know, I'm pretty happy with, you know, wow, you know, like 1,000 subscribers. That's pretty dope. You know, it's not giant, but it's just for what we do, fun, man. It's really cool, really cool. So I appreciate it, and I thank you guys for supporting the channel, and hopefully you keep watching, and you let all your pals know that are into all this stupid shit that we talk about. Maybe they'll like some of the stuff, you know. You never know.
You never know. DJ Squishface says, just saw Barbecue for the first time. Whoever picked the Axe Attack Jam is awesome.
Yeah, that's me.
It's a cool. What is that? A Herculoid?
The only flick you saw from us. You understood what Barbecue was. The shot on VHS aesthetic and going back to the 80s and all that shit. Made a lot more movies than Barbecue.
No, that's it. He went out on a high note.
Barbecue.
But this is always my most fun is doing the live shows because we get to interact with people on a live basis. So yeah, it's awesome, guys, and we'll do more after the holidays probably.
Yeah, there's some more videos coming up. We got some stuff planned. Tansky and I have a video coming up. The Crapster pieces, we've got some videos coming up. I am going to be doing a Christmas haul video. Of
course.
That I'll be recording on Christmas and then put up that night probably. And then going, like I've said before, going into the new year, we are going to be talking plenty more 80s, but we are going to start our series of Crept from the 90s episodes, much to my chagrin. But we have a lot to say, a lot to put down, and a lot to hold up.
I've got a lot.
Yeah. So keep watching, guys, and thank you so much. This was fun, and I hope you all have a magical Christmas, magical holiday, whatever. Hanukkah, Kwanzaa. Yeah. 12 days until Santa comes down your chimney. That's it.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Good night.
Bye.